Dala, 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 Dala. Welcome back to my channel. So today I wanted to take the time to speak about dreams. I've looked at few of the comments, messages that were sent regarding few dream videos that I've done a few years ago. I wanted to provide some clarification maybe and take the discussion a little bit deeper, a little bit further. So I made a video speaking about dreaming with others. And I wanted to clarify the difference between dreaming with someone in terms of sharing a dream together, being in the same dream together, coming together in the dream world to share an experience, and the phenomenon of going into someone else's dream. So in the first instance, when you are dreaming with someone else, it's as if your dreaming world and that other person's dreaming world intersect, overlap, interconnect. You still remain and have the control you will have in your own dream by yourself, meaning that what you wish instantly can happen. You can have the capacity to continue to do what you have been doing in your own dreams. The portion of the dreams is still intertwined with your own inner world and your own world. What the difference is that it does overlap at some point with that of that other person. And you're able to share the same dream, meaning that when you will wake up, you will have had the same experiences, you will have been aware to have seen each other in that particular dreams, you will have had the same, not necessarily recollection, depending on how advanced you are, both of you are in terms of remembering your dreams, but the essence of the dreams will be the same, will be the same story, the same experience. Now, when you are going to someone else's dream or someone else is coming into your dream, this is not the same thing. You are being projected into someone else's world, into someone else's experience, meaning now you are exposed to this person's way of viewing things, fears sometimes, demons, what have you, because you are in their dreams. Your ability to do certain things may also be limited because you are in that person's dream. And for those of you who have requested, I do not recommend you barging into someone's dream or trying to provoke it. In the one video that I've made about going into someone's dream, I was very careful in terms of sharing with you an experience that I did not choose to go consciously in that person's dream. I happened to go there beyond my will. Okay, and this was based on the relationship I was having with this person, the connection, the deep connection I had with this person, which was a loving one. So I was more invited, and the dream was a loving one as well. So for those of you who are thinking you can just jump into someone else's dream and there's not going to be any consequences or circumstances, I mean, I also did mention that by barging into someone's dream while you're thinking you're doing this person a favor or you want to check on them or what have you, your intrusion may be perceived by that person as you being a monster, you being some negative energy, some negative entity, some negative thing that has no place being there in the first place, and they may actually combat you. Okay, so this is why you shouldn't be just thinking that this is something that you shouldn't be pursuing. If it's not happening naturally, if it's not happening for you, it means it's not the time for you to do it. That means it's not even for you to consider doing it. Like I've mentioned in other videos, sometimes when you are being exposed or introduced to something that's new, something that's different, to experiences that other people are having, it's not for you to insert yourself within it. It may just be for you to be aware. Now, this may be different, and I do understand, and I made, I think, a video, maybe I can go a little bit more in depth into this aspect, is that, you know, there are times when it is required sometimes of you, if you are a parent or a mother, to go into your child's dream when your child is calling onto you when something is happening, okay? or when you want to check on your child if you know your child is having nightmares and things of that nature. But it is not on your purview, within your own purview, to barge into another adult's dream. And I think this is what somewhat the line was blurred, and a lot of the comments or even the messages, people do not understand that I didn't barge into that person's dream. We had a dream together. It was more an invited based on the connection that we do have. This was not something that I sat down and tried to do on my own. Okay, this is something that happened to me several times, and then that I started trying to understand what was the foundation of it and how it works before doing it myself with people who were also willingly wanting to participate. Okay, this is not somebody who rejected you and you want to barge into his dream or her dream to try to manipulate them. Okay, I don't even understand, and we'll get to this in terms of accepting. If somebody does not want you, that person does not want you. They have their own free will. The way you have your free will, they have their free will as well. And their free will may be to eject you from their dreams, and even to hurt you by defending themselves by you barging into their dreams. So this is not something that you should be doing to begin with. These videos that I'm making in my channel are for people who are already experiencing certain things, so that they can better understand what's happening, so that they can also see different ways of addressing that. It's also for simply those of us that are out there that are wanting to know what other people are experiencing, so that they can take it in consideration when they interact with someone else, so they can have a better understanding and feel more compassion for other people. It doesn't mean everything that you're seeing on YouTube or on the internet that you need to insert yourself in it or invite it within yourself. Opening yourself to go into people's dreams, provoking that, opens you to invite any other kind of things that you may not even want into your own dreams, especially when you don't even know what you're doing. So to get back to the point of the video, which was the difference between sharing a common dream with someone and being in someone else's dream. The foundation and the easiest and the safest way when you end up in someone's dream is based on a connection that you have with that person. A deep, intimate connection, an energetical connection, there may be some intensity there as well. It doesn't matter how long you've known this person or if you even met them in real life. Sometimes you may dream and see beings or people that you've never met in real life. And it may happen that you meet those same individual later on in your life. So it doesn't mean that you necessarily have to have a relationship with this person in real life in a awakened state that this is your friend. It may even be somebody you've never met before, or somebody that you will meet in the future. It can also be somebody that you've met in the past, and now you're seeing you going into their dreams, or you're seeing them in your dreams. So there are a variety and nuances in terms of all of that. But what I wanted to underline is that do not provoke those kind of experiences. You have to, it's kind of stating sometimes that you have to know and stay in your lane, as some people will put it. You have to stay in your lane. You're not habilitated to do something. You're not a plastic surgeon. You shouldn't be trying to do plastic surgery. You're not a surgeon to begin with. You shouldn't be attempting to do surgery. There is this wave of people trying to do everything and be everything, and they never get to actually understand deeply what they're even trying to do. Because you see, in the example of the surgeon has to undergo a lot of training. He becomes a master in his area. Before going into surgery, he observes other people doing surgery. He's trained. He reads book. He has certain experiences before he can perform a surgery on his own. What you're doing is watching one or two videos, trying to see briefs of things here and there on the internet, pulling it together from different systems, from different cultures that you don't even understand, and trying to use that dispatch work of it's like trying to make a parachute with used clothes that you patchwork together and hoping that it's gonna hold once you jump off a plane. I usually don't feel the need to have this type of conversation or to infuse this kind of pre-notion. But as I see some of the comments, as I see some of the messages that I receive, and I know a lot of you are new to my channel, so you may be completely new to all of this and feel super excited or intrigued or what have you, or curious. But, you know, as some say, curiosity kills the cat. So there are certain things that it's better for you to just observe. You know, not everybody, when you go to watch a basketball game or football game or whatever it is, not everybody is going to be on the court. Some people are going to be sitting on the bench, and most of the people, the majority of the people, will be sitting in the audience, watching from the sidelines. And sometimes that's the best place to be, so that you don't get hurt, so that you don't receive the ball in your face, so that you don't have an injury, and also so that you can actually relax and just chill and try to have an understanding of what is even happening, understand the rule of the game, understand what is even happening before your eyes, before you start just jumping from the sideline to say that you're going to play, that you want to be a starter quarterback. So don't take it as something that's negative when I'm telling to you that you shouldn't be investing yourself in that, or inserting yourself in something that you have no business inserting yourself in. Especially when the person you are thinking of doing this with doesn't even want to be with you, doesn't even want to interact with you. If somebody tells them to leave them alone, barging in their dream it may actually make things even worse. It may actually confirm to them that you are the clingy person that they want to get rid of. You know, do not look at it as something that's necessarily romantic, that, oh, you know, they think I'm going to barge in the dream and that's going to make them change their mind. No, it could even backfire even worse. They may even hurt you in their dreams. So be careful with that. And be satisfied with where you are, with the level of what you are. Some of the things that I'm discussing on this channel are things that may come to you later. So having been aware of them may prepare you for that. And some of them may never be possible for you. And you also have to be okay with that. Not everybody is going to be able to do everything. And that's okay. Some of you don't even need to do those things. Some of you don't need that. And it becomes just more information, just you being aware of what is happening to other people. But you don't need to be invested and inserted in everything, in all of the system, in all of those things. You know, it even gets some of you confused. You say you're a Christian, but then you're meddling in something else that's even prohibited in your own religion. Or you say you're a Muslim, or you say you're from this particular system or this particular culture, but you're meddling in all different things that are even contradictory to the principles and what is being taught in your own system. And then you start complaining and don't understand why certain things are not working, why certain things are starting to happen when some of the darkness or the negativity is coming after you. See? You barge into someone's dream, and then in real life this person is even worse or even more negative, and sometimes they don't even remember the dream to know that it's particularly you, but they recognize the energy and they become super negative towards you. And you won't understand a thing, and that person in particular is not even going to be doing this consciously. Their subconscious is going to perceive you and your energy as something that's being aggressing them, that have aggressed them in the past. And they may subconsciously just be super negative towards you because of that. And don't want to have anything to do with you because of that. Because you barge into their dreams. You barge into their energy, into their space. And you don't need to do that. You do not need to do that. If you are meant to be with somebody, if this person is meant to be with you, this connection is something that comes by itself, on its own. It's not something that you need to provoke or force. If you haven't watched my video in terms of understanding chords, energetical chords, etherical chords, there are chords that you do not create on your own. There are chords that the divine himself creates, and connections that are created are beyond your little person or your little control, and that you can't cut no matter what you want to do, no matter what ritual you use. Because those chords are not only sacred. All chords are sacred, but they are beyond, they are meant for your growth, they are meant for your path. So they come into play because you need it. And it's not so much saying that the person that is attached with the chord is hurting you or anything like that. It's about you dealing with how you feel about it and how you want to go about addressing it. The chord will always be there, but how you address it, whether you focus on it or not, is what's going to change your experience, not the ritual itself. Even though, as I mentioned in other videos, the rituals may help you psychologically to stop focusing on that particular connection and feeding it if it is detrimental to you. Okay, so basically, if I may do another video to just go into these two phenomena about dreaming with another person, two adults dreaming together. Let me know in the comments what you thought about the video, if you will be interested in this additional video on dreaming together. And of course, let me leave your comments below. And if you like or find this video interesting, make sure you like it, subscribe, and share. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.